North Carolina, are you ready? Let's go. Jurat, a notary service where a signer swears or affirms that the contents of a document are true and signs in the notary's presence. Acknowledgement, a notary service where the signer declares they signed the document voluntarily for its intended purpose. Penalty, in North Carolina, violating laws may result in fines up to $500, loss of commission, and possible misdemeanor charges. Ooh, that one. I know I saw something about that on the California test. But hey, North Carolina, this is for you. This is the one you requested. If you live in North Carolina, I'm going to help you pass the notary exam, on the first try. So speaking of that, welcome to Passing the Notary Exam on the First Try on the Notary Success Channel. I'm your test coach, Mr. Rogers. And I believe everyone needs a coach, and I'm here to be your coach so you can pass on the first try. And if you're from North Carolina, this is for you. But if you're from another state, I guarantee you, I bet money that most of the words, the vocabulary words that we're going to go over today, 25 hardcore pass the test vocabulary words will be on your exam also, most likely. Okay? So if I were you, I would listen to this too. All right, notaries or future notaries, let's get going. Number one. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is a triple threat. I'm going to repeat every single word 3 times with 3 times the definition. So triple, so it goes in your head. And when you see it on that test, you're going to hear my voice and you're going to get that test answer right. They're not going to give you vocabulary questions on the test, but you'll know what it does and what it means so you can pass the question, right? Here we go. North Carolina, number 1, jurat. Jurat, a sworn statement signed in front of the notary after taking an oath or affirmation. Jurat, a sworn statement signed in front of the notary after taking an oath or affirmation. Jurat, a sworn statement signed in front of the notary after taking an oath or affirmation. Number 2, acknowledgement. Signer admits that they signed the document voluntarily. Notary verifies the identity, but now no oath is required. Again, acknowledgement. The signer admits they signed the document voluntarily. They admit they signed the document voluntarily. The notary may verify the identity, but no oath is required. Number 3, third time, acknowledgement. Signer admits they signed the document voluntarily. Notary verifies the identity, but no oath is required. Number 3, affidavit. The voluntary written statement confirmed by oath or affirmation before notary. Didn't we do affirmation earlier? Nope, not yet. Oath or affirmation before notary. Affidavit, a voluntary written statement confirmed by oath or affirmation before notary. Affidavit, a voluntary statement confirmed by oath or affirmation before notary. Remember, this is raw and uncut, okay? I'm not going to edit it, I'm not going to filter it. I'm just going to tell you so you can pass the test. Let's go. Oath, a sworn spoken pledge to tell the truth, invoking a higher power. Oath, a sworn spoken pledge to tell the truth, invoking a higher power. Oath, a sworn spoken pledge to tell the truth, invoking a higher power. That was your oath. Now here's your affirmation. A solemn spoken pledge to tell the truth without reference to a higher power. Right? Affirmation. A solemn spoken pledge to tell the truth without reference to a higher power. So you're not swearing to it. Affirmation. A solemn spoken pledge to tell the truth without reference to a higher power. You made it to number 5. I'm working hard for you. Keep going. You're going to get this. You're going to pass in the first try. Every word that you listen to here getting you closer to passing the notary exam on the first try. North Carolina, where are you? Tap in. If you in the comments say North Carolina is here. All right. Number 6, venue. The location, either the county and the state where the signing is performed, written at the top of the notary's certificate. Venue, basically saying the location, either county and or state, where the signing is actually performed. Venue, the location, county or state, where the signing is actually performed. Number 7, notary certificate. Notary certificate. Number 7, notary certificate. The written statement completed and signed by the notary indicating what service was performed. So signed by the notary, that's you, indicating what you did, what service you performed. Notary certificate. A written statement completed and signed by the notary indicating what service was performed. Number 8, a seal. The one in the ocean? No, for you Californians and you coastal North Carolinians. A seal. The official rubber stamp or embosser used to authenticate a signing. Seal. The official rubber stamp or embosser used to authenticate a signing. Seal. The official rubber stamp or embosser used to authenticate a signing. Let's see here. Number 9, commission. Commission is not like the commission at a car dealership or the commission for the sale of a house. Different kind of commission here. This has to do with the government. Commission. The authorization granted by the state of North Carolina allowing you to act as a notary. Commission. The authorization granted by the state of North Carolina or your state, whoever's listening, allowing someone to act as a notary. Commission. The authorization granted by the state of North Carolina allowing someone to act, which is you, as a notary. Number 10, bond. James bond. A bond is a financial guarantee. Now in North Carolina, you don't need a bond. No bond is required. In California, a bond is required, okay? So in North Carolina, no bond is required, but issue insurance is recommended. A bond protects the public from notary errors. Just know this. A bond protects the notary from the public from notary errors. Again, a bond protects the public from notary errors. Do you need a bond in North Carolina? The answer is no. So if you're from a different state, find out if you need a bond and how much of a bond you need. All right. Last I remember in California it was $15,000. Okay. Everything's expensive in California. All right. Halfway to number 20 on passing the notary exam on the first try. You see the sign in back of me? You see the sign? Take a look at the sign. See my peanut head in a second. It says, mistakes help you learn. Mistakes help you learn, right? It's true. So if you're taking this and you think you know the answers before I say them, good, think of it in your head. But if you don't, play it now and play it again later. Number 11, forgery. Fraudulently signing someone else's name with the intent to deceive. Forgery. Fraudulently signing someone else's name. Forgery. Fraudulently signing someone else's name. This is important. I know I've seen this and heard this a million times. Number 12, credible witness. Repeat this, credible witness. Credible witness. A credible witness is a person who vouches for the identity of the signer when the signer's ID is unavailable. North Carolina, how many credible witnesses do they allow or do you need? North Carolina allows one credible witness personally known to the notary and the signer. Credible witness. North Carolina allows one credible witness personally known to the notary or the signer. Credible witness. A person who vouches for the identity of the signer. Oh, I'm going to vouch for that person. Yeah, I know who they are. When their ID is unavailable. In North Carolina, you guys can use up to one credible witness. All right. Number 13, ID requirements. Identification requirements in North Carolina to do a notarization. All right. ID requirements. North Carolina requires satisfactory evidence of identity. Remember that. Satisfactory evidence of identity, which means a government issued photo ID. That's what you need. A government issued photo ID. ID requirements in North Carolina, a government issued photo ID. It must be current. So I'll say a current government issued photo ID. What does that mean? Driver's license? Yes. Passport? Yes. Number 14, venue error. This is one of the biggest missed questions, okay? Biggest mistakes made when notaries are doing their job. Venue error. A venue error is a mistake in listing the state or county where the signing occurred. Venue error. A mistake in listing the state or county where the signing occurred. Venue error. A mistake in listing the state or county where the signing occurs. All right. Statute of limitations. We've heard of this. We've heard it on TV. What does it mean? Statute of limitations is a time period within where the legal action can be taken for misconduct in North Carolina. I'll repeat that. Statute of limitations is the limited time period where legal action can be taken against the notary for misconduct. Statute of limitations. The time period for which legal action can be taken against the notary for misconduct. All right? That's number 15. We're almost there. Remember I said we're going to do 25. All right? Take a breath. Woo! Keep going. You're on number 15. If you're on 15, type in 15 and winning. 15 and winning in the comments. Oh, by the way, in the description, I'll put a link. Buy your coach a cup of coffee. It's a link. You click the link and say, here, coach, that was valuable. Thank you. Buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to get my little coffee mug after I get enough. Buy me a cup of coffees. I'll get a coffee mug. All right. Now, if you're past 15, that means you're serious and you're about to do this whole thing. Number 16. The first time I did this video, I pronounced it wrong. I said executor. Bam, wrong. It's executor. 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 The executor is a person named in a will to administer the estate. Executor. A person named in a will to administer the estate. Executor. A person mentioned in the will to administer the estate. Guardian. You better know this one because this one will come up. A court-appointed person authorized to care for a minor or incapacitated person. Guardian. A court-appointed person authorized to care for a minor or incapacitated person. That means maybe incapacitated. Look it up. You know what incapacitated means. They aren't able to function. Guardian. A court-appointed person authorized to care for a minor or incapacitated person. Principal. 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 The person whose signature is being authorized. Principal. The person whose signature is being authorized. So if you see a question on the test or in your practice quizzes and you see the word principal, you know that they mean that's a person whose signature is being notarized. The principal. Venue jurisdiction. That has to do with you. Venue jurisdiction has to do with you. It is the notary must only act within the state of North Carolina. That is your venue jurisdiction. If you're licensed in North Carolina, your venue jurisdiction, your territory, anywhere in the state of North Carolina. So it doesn't have to be just your city. Anywhere in the state of North Carolina is your venue jurisdiction. Incompetent signer. Incompetent signer. Incompetent signer. A signer who lacks the mental capacity to understand the document should not be notarized. Incompetent signer. A person who lacks the mental capacity to understand that the document cannot be notarized. Incompetent signer. A signer who lacks the mental capacity to understand the document cannot be notarized. That was number 20. We're almost there. Did you buy me a cup of coffee? Are you still here? You're going to pass on the first try. Let's go. Number 20. You're going to pass on the first try. If you hear number 20, put in the comments 20 and winning. You're still here at number 20. Also, shout out to everybody who already passed the test. The hundreds of people who've been DMing me saying, hey, I passed the test on the first try thanks to your videos, Coach Sean. So shout out to you guys. I hope you're out there making money. All right. One lady even texted me. That was pretty cool. And she's in California. She's making money. 21, fee schedule. In North Carolina, notaries may charge up to $10 per signature. For what? For acknowledgments, jurats, oaths, affirmations, and who knows what else. Fee schedule. Know the fee schedule for your state. Fee schedule. In North Carolina, which is a pretty strict state, they could charge up to $10 per signature for the acknowledgement, jurats, oaths, and affirmations. Fee schedule. Notaries may charge up to $10, right, per signature for acknowledgments, jurats, oaths, and affirmations. Why is that important? Because if you're doing a refi, if you're like a loan signing agent and you've got a loan stack, and that thing requires 5, 10, 15, 20 signatures, you're getting paid for every signature. Not a bad deal, right? All right. Record book, which means a journal. Record book is a journal. Record book is a journal. Record book is a journal, right? Do you need, in your state, in my state, we need a journal. In North Carolina, you are not legally required to have a journal. North Carolina, not legally required to have a journal. North Carolina, not legally required to have a journal, but strongly recommended to protect you so that you have everything you're writing. 23, perjury, lying under oath, punishable as a felony. Perjury, lying under oath, punishable as a felony. Perjury, lying under oath, punishable as a felony. Venue statement, the official words. This is the official words for a venue statement. State of North Carolina, comma, county of blank. State of North Carolina, county of blank. Venue statement, you're saying where you are. You're in the state of North Carolina, comma, county of, you know your counties in North Carolina. Revocation of commission. This is punishment. This is the punishment. Revocation of commission, when the North Carolina Secretary of State cancels your or their notary commission for misconduct or violations. Revocation of commission, when you got cut, the North Carolina Secretary of State cancels the notary's commission. Revocation of commission, North Carolina Secretary of State cancels the notary's commission for misconduct or violations. All right. We're not done. I got a bonus for you. We're not done, but congratulations if you made it to 25. Congratulations. Take a breath. Made it to 25. Take a breath. By mastering these vocabulary words, you're on your way to passing the test on the first try, like hundreds of others have. This is one of the best lists that I've come up with. And now you've got a five bonus words right here. 5 bonus words. This is important. 1, Secretary of State. 2, term in office. 3, electronic notary, which is the e-notary. 4, remote online notarization, which is a RON. 5, maximum fee. Let's get the definitions, and then we're out. Play this over and over again so you can win. All right, number 1 bonus. Secretary of State. That is the North Carolina official who appoints, regulates, and disciplines notaries. The Secretary of State, they appoint, regulate, and discipline notaries. Term of office, important for you to know. A North Carolina notary gets a 5-year commission. Remember commission earlier? Before they have to renew. Term of office, North Carolina, 5 years. Term of office, North Carolina, 5 years. Electronic notary, which is an e-notary, yes, North Carolina allows e-notaries. North Carolina allows e-notaries, yes, North Carolina allows online notaries. 4, remote online notary, which is a RON. Those have been authorized temporarily. We're hoping it gets permanent. RON, online, hoping it turns permanent. Last one, maximum fee. North Carolina caps most notary services as of today. It could change, of course. As of today, at a fee of $10 per signature. If you're in another state, make sure you know what your fees are, all right? That's going to be on the test. Knowing your fees is on the test. Knowing what you'll charge a regular person, knowing what you'll charge a veteran, North Carolina, and I don't mean veterinarian, veteran. That's it. All right. This is Coach Rogers saying, you're going to pass on the first try. Go check out my other videos. I'm going to enjoy that cup of coffee that you clicked the link for and bought me. And I'm about to make more study stuff for you. Coach Rogers, I'll see you next time. Reaching, and out.